Good evening everyone, Luke here for another Showcase Saturday, and yes, we're back for more gaming. I had a little bit of time off over the bank holiday weekend with Confuzzled, which was amazing. I got to meet so many great people, so many talented artists. It was an amazing time, and I'm so glad I went to my first convention, but we're jumping straight back in to our Showcase Saturday with an absolute gem, N++. So yes, N++ is a brutal platformer that will do anything that it can to kill you in many numerous exciting explodey ways, as you've got our little ninja here who's just traversing this dangerous landscape as his leg explodes and explodes several more times. And yes, these are all my own deaths that you are seeing on the screen. This game is so brutal that it prides itself in showing off how you die, because yes, N++ is that sort of game. But let's jump into some of the options, because the options are beautiful. So we've got the music volume and like color cycling, a sound volume, all that sort of thing that you would normally expect. You can make the blood golden, so why not? Let's have some golden blood for a golden game. Color blindness, that is a beautiful option. I like that games make themselves more accessible to those who may be experiencing color blindness, and essentially any game that makes itself more accessible to other people, I will always advertise, because it's great. Love it. Gaming should be made more accessible to more people. We've then got retry delays, so you can sort of shorten that that down. I'll leave that as it is, because I don't want to mess around with these options. There's so many. You can make the explosions outlandish. I think the explosions are already outlandish as they are, so I'm going to leave that there. But then we've got like things like a number wang. I don't know what a number wang is. What's a number wang? I don't even know what the word number wang means. Word? Yes, word. Number wang is a word, not a number. I'm going a bit mental. I'm a little bit sleep deprived after a convention. That happens, apparently. So we've then got, loads of other bits and pieces. Editor stuff. I think that's for like editing things. You can increase the time bar, but why would I want to do that? I don't want to make the game easier. I love N++ as it is. An absolutely nightmarish mess of exploding limbs as you go flying everywhere. And then, is it art? I think it's art, and I will settle the eternal debate right now and say that N++ is art. However, I don't want to change this option because I don't know what it does. I don't know what it does, and I'm scared if I go yes or no on this. So I'm going to leave that there. But yes, I'm showcasing N++ today. Oh, some beautiful golden blood there. I didn't realise it changed it in the menu. I'm showing N++ today, but with a twist. So, as you can see in the top left-hand corner, we have Loki's 3 hearts. For some of the games that I will be showcasing now, I wish to do a little experiment, and that is to see how far I can get in these games that I love with 3 lives. Because yes, 1 life, with Broforce, 1 life, we got quite far. But it didn't show off as much as I wanted to show off in that game. Whereas 3 lives, I feel, is still an incredible challenge to get as far as you possibly can, but it also adds tension, which is just going to make it faster and faster for my inevitable doom, because yes, I do crack under pressure when it comes to gaming, and I think that pressure will be quite the experience to watch, as I squeal and scream at myself as I try and keep a composition and ultimately fail. So yes, let's see how far I can get in this wonderful game, starting from A00, and then we will go from left to right, with it getting more and more difficult. As you can see, I've completed a few of these, but I've died numerous times. So yes, let's kick off this Showcase Saturday N++ with 3 lives remaining. Press A to begin. Okay, so as you can see, we have the little timer in the top left. I'm going to switch to the D-pad, I just realised. We've got that timer in the top left. If that timer goes down to 0, I die. If that timer goes past the top, I don't die, so that's good. Oh god, don't die. You collect bits of gold. Those bits of gold will add 2 seconds to your timer. You go from the start to that gate. That is a success. As you progress through the levels, you will have to progress through 5 levels to complete an episode. And you have the same timer for all of these episodes. Sorry, same timer for all of the levels. Shouldn't get that wrong. That's very important. That's one of the core pieces of gameplay, Loke. Cool, so you've then just got the standard sort of like platforming things. You can do the wall, sort of like wall run things. You can trigger mines, which will explode you, and you don't want to explode, because that's bad, and I've only got 3 lives to do this in. And yes, it's essentially... Ooh, that was close. Essentially just a beautifully difficult game that is brutal and will kill you at any opportunity that you give it. So you have to be constantly on your toes, constantly on your tippy toes. Let's try and risk it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Ah! So yes, you've got all the different sorts of enemies which will come and have a go because they think they're hard enough. I don't know where I was going with that. I thought I was going to try and keep that a bit more streamlined, but I ultimately failed there. And then we've got these little rockets, but I don't need more gold because I now have a success. So it's just going to submit the score, and we can see how slow I am at speedrunning. So yes, my global rank for that episode is 20,712. So we still have 3 lives remaining. Cool. So we are now on words a brief history of amazing letdowns, because yes, all of this game's levels have unique names, and some of those names can be quite helpful in showing off how to complete a level. Another thing I should mention is that in N++, we have full damage. To negate that full damage, you can sort of like grab hold of walls, which is incredibly useful because some levels you can't complete without having to do that little wall glide bit. I'm gonna die a few times here. Okay, jump through there. Yes, if you play this game, you will start to recognise levels where you're like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna survive this. Let's see how this goes. I mean, there are people who have completed this game, and there's over 1,000 levels, I believe. Oh, okay, hold on. This game was initially a little like flash game, which was N. I'll bring up a little screenshot of that. So yes, being a flash game, that version is completely free. I'll put a link to that in the description below, along with the sort of link to N++. If you don't want to buy N++, because I do understand that like it is what, £12, I think, and if you don't want to invest in a platformer that you might not think you'll enjoy, I would recommend having a little go of N, because the mechanics haven't changed really at all. It's just ramped up the difficulty a little bit more with some of the different sort of like traps and creatures that it introduces, but otherwise it's very much just the same game, except yeah, it's just gotten progressively more and more difficult, and N was difficult enough as it is. Oh, yeah, and because I completed the level, I didn't die there. So you can also trigger those things, which don't die, will follow you. They're like a little clone. Now that little clone can be a bugger, because essentially, if you fail, that clone will do the same failure. So if that clone kills you, it's ultimately on you because you did the action and therefore killed yourself, which can be extremely frustrating if hold on. Which can be extremely... That's 1 life gone. Extremely frustrating if you go and die like I did just there, because you made the mistake. N++ is a beautiful game in making sure that the mistakes that happen, those are the mistakes that you make. It is never on the game, it is always on your lack of skill. So yes, I completely just failed there because... Oh god, no. I completely failed there because I didn't do the platforming correctly, and as a consequence, I lost one of my 3 precious lives. So yes. So, jump up there. Oh, come on, don't die again. Cool, and we've got that. So yeah, another thing I should mention, you can change the colour at any time. I'm going to leave it on clean, because I do like it on clean, but I thought I should mention that, because N++ is an extremely personalised experience I found. You can even change the music, so if you don't like this, why don't you go for a little bit of that? That sort of thing, not your style? Maps and Diagrams by Flank. I'll be sticking with that one, because that one's rather relaxing, and I need a relaxing game right now. Oh god, I probably shouldn't be playing this after being rather tired, but I wanted to show off something that I loved, as is the whole point of the Showcase Saturday. And A little bit of fun trivia. N++ was actually the first video that I ever recorded. But I didn't want to bring it out because I just completely wrecked the audio. I didn't balance it properly, and it just, you couldn't hear me at all over the music. So this is in fact a secondary sort of a secondary recording, because yeah, I wanted to show off N++ in all its glory, all its wonderful sprinty, flyy glory, where you'd actually be able to hear me, because yeah, like, it's just a great game, and it deserves to be like justified in all of its splendor. And I'm going to avoid all that gold because I'm probably going to die trying to get it. Cool. So ocean spray, yes. So some of the levels also have sort of like a thematic design. So like chaos theory might be one such name, and then it would just be like hundreds of orbs all smashing into each other as you have to try and avoid them. That sort of a thematic sort of like coverage is another draw of N++ to me. Sorry if this is a little bit rambly. I just spout things because I do try to do things in one take, as you may know if you do watch the Trial Tuesday videos. Oh god, okay, this is going to be a difficult one. This is probably when I'm going to die. But yeah, I tried to do everything in one take because I know I don't like to think too much when I'm playing a game, and if I'm trying to follow like a script or something, oh god, hold on. If I'm trying to follow a script or something, I'll feel that I'm not doing the game justice, because I want to try and do as well. I want to try and do as well as I possibly can and showcase off as much of it without having to constantly check notes. But now I'm on my last life, so this is where the tension really amps up. I don't think I'm going to survive this level, but I'm going to shut up because, yes, I'm a bat that talks far too much, and for that I have just died. So, for this final death, because yes, I will probably die here, I will shut up and show off N++. Okay, oh, bloody hell. So yes, that is 3 lives in N++, and I just died again. As you can see, this game is brutal. If you are not concentrating, you die so quickly. And this was on like the fourth, only the fourth most difficult level. There's hundreds, nay, thousands of levels that are far more difficult than this one, and that is how far I can get in N++ with 3 lives. If you own a copy of N++, why don't you try this for yourself and have a go. Tell me how far you get in the comments, because I am legitimately interested. I am not brilliant at this game, but I play a lot of video games, and I'm not too bad at them. So there are probably people worse than I, and that scares me a little bit. Because N++ is insanely difficult. But yeah, sadly it comes to that shill bit of the video. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. If not, that's perfectly fine as well. Those sorts of things can just go and get lasered, much like my little dude just did there. But yes, thanks once again for watching our videos. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and good night.